Hi, today's video is a comparison between chat moderation and transcription. This video was requested by Alex Kimanzi. Hi Alex, I hope you find this video helpful and it answers all the questions you have. To begin this video, I must mention that transcription is totally different from chat moderation. However, one thing they have in common is that these two jobs are one of the best jobs you can do as a beginner as you get into the remote world. So to understand what they are, I will give a brief description of each job, and then we are going I'm going to mention the skills you need to do these jobs, and we are also going to compare the pay and how it is easy to do these jobs. So let's start with chat moderation. Chat moderation is basically chatting lonely men online. When you are hired as a chat moderator, you will impersonate a fake profile and chat on behalf of that profile. The clients you are chatting pay assuming that they are chatting with the real person, the person on the profile. To be a chat moderator, you'll need to be able to flirt a lot. So you must be open to sexual discussions to succeed. So what skills do you need to become a chat moderator? The best thing about becoming a chat moderator is you don't need a lot of experience. You don't even need any certificate. All you need is to understand basic English writing skills and follow the company guidelines. You need to be able to entertain clients and keep the conversations going. Remember, the clients you're chatting with are paying to get entertained, so you can't just go there and become boring. And you need to be warm, entertaining, engaging. You need to make these clients need to stay in the app for a very long time. So you need to be very engaging to keep them there. You need to be very creative, and creative and imaginative, because I have said chatting moderation involves a lot of sexting. What I mean is you'll be doing a lot of sexual discussion, clients will be flirting with you, and you'll need to flirt back. So you need to be very creative and imaginative. Also, you need to be very empathetic. Empathetic is like when a customer or a client comes and tells you like their day was not going well, they had problems at work, they have problems with their partner. You need to be empathetic to make them feel good. You also need to be very patient because some clients are very rude, and a client maybe will want to meet you, and because you cannot meet them, these clients become very rude. So you need to be very patient to be able to work as a chat moderator. You need to follow the guidelines laid by the company. For instance, you can't be rude, you can't entertain taboo topics. And so, for instance, if you are working for cloud workers and clients start engaging in taboo topics, these are things like having sexual activities with animals, sexual relations with family members, incest, and things like those. You need to send them to the panic room. So you need to read the guidelines of each company you are working for to understand what you are supposed to do. So how much can you make as a chat moderator? A chat moderator moderation pays depending on the company you are working for and how many messages you send. So if you are just working for 2 hours a day, sending only maybe 100 messages, and someone else is working for an entire day sending 500 messages, you cannot earn the same. Chat moderation companies pay between zero point 0.5 to $0.1 per message, but others like moderators pay up to 0.24 per message. So your pay will depend on the company you are working for and how many messages you send. So for instance, if you are working for a company like Texting Factory, another one is working for cloud workers and another working for e-moderators, even if you are all sending the same messages in a day, you won't earn the same. On average, most beginner chat moderators can write about 100 to 250 messages per day, while some experienced chat moderators can write between 500 and 700 messages, depending on message availability. Remember, sometimes the message flow is not so good, and you might log in and you don't find any messages. But if you read the guidelines, the most companies mention that there are some peak hours like weekends and some hours of the day. For me, I find working late at night, I find a lot of flow and you're able to send more messages. But I don't mean you don't work during the day. You should also work during the day if you have the time. So the hardest part about being a chat moderator is getting hired. If you've been applying for chat moderations account, like it is very, very hard to get chat moderation account. You might apply for months without getting hired, while others apply for maybe just once or twice and get hired. The secret to getting chat moderation account is just to keep applying. Don't be lied by anyone. You just have to keep applying. For instance, if you're applying for crowd workers, I really don't know what is going on these days, because applications are going through until the documentation stage, and then yeah, they are people are just getting rejection messages. But I can guarantee you accounts are going through. I have a few friends of mine who have gotten accounts recently, so don't give up, keep applying. Also, do research on TikTok and other platforms to know more about this chat moderations account. Or you can't say that your application didn't go through, so you assume that maybe they are not hiring. Probably you made some mistakes, so do your research. For other accounts like Texting Factory, Remotely for You, Chat from Home, you'll need to use a proxy. So note they do not hire from Africa, so you'll have to use a proxy. But for accounts like Cloud Workers, just keep applying with your for Kenyan profile, but you need to send many applications. In fact, I recommend like sending up to 5 applications a week, and not like you don't send like 2 applications at the same time. You need to maybe you can send like each application every day, maybe every morning or every evening you send a new application. Keep on applying. So let's move to transcription. Transcription is a job that requires you to listen to audios or videos recordings and type what is being said. You can be hired as an academic transcriber to transcribe lectures, research interviews, or academic content. There are also legal transcriptionists who transcribe court hearings. There are also medical transcriptionists, business transcriptionists, or you can even be hired to transcribe a podcast. So your responsibility as a transcriber is one to transcribe audio and video recording accurately and efficiently following the company's guidelines. Please underline the company's guidelines. There are plenty of of transcription companies, and each company has their own guidelines. So underline the word guidelines, companies guidelines, because you need to follow each company's guidelines. For instance, some companies will want you to transcribe in full verbatim, while others want you to transcribe in clean verbatim. Full verbatim is when you transcribe every spoken word exactly as it is stated. You will include filler words, starters, and forced starters. The opposite is clean verbatim, where you're supposed to transcribe every word spoken but remove unnecessary elements like filler words, starters, and forced starts to make it more readable. Let me give you an example. Here is an example of a clean verbatim sentence. I think we should move forward with the project as planned. That's clean verbatim. But most people don't speak like that. So this is a full verbatim transcription. I think we should move forward with the project like as planned. Yeah. You see, now the second sentence has full verbatim. Note, those unnecessary words were removed for to get that clean verbatim. So if the company you're working for wants a clean verbatim, you need to remove all these filler words like uh, like, yeah, those words that they are called filler words. Your second responsibility will to review transcription for accuracy and clarity. Remember, uh, the person talking may not be very clear, and you might not hear some words very well. You must get some misspells and something like that. So you need to be very keen, be very accurate, so that you don't change the meaning of the transcript. For instance, the person talking in the transcript, in the audio, may mention words like here, and you are going to hear like ear or ear. So you need to be very careful. After transcribing your transcript, you need to go through it to make sure whatever you are writing is accurate. Number three responsibility is to ensure transcripts meet company standards. This is what I have said about guidelines. If you're working for Focus Forward, another person is working for Transcribe Me or Go Transcript, please read the guidelines. Do not be deceived that transcription companies have the same guidelines. Each company has their own guidelines. So that is the first thing you're going to do. Read and understand the company you are working for, what they require you to do, and what you are supposed to do. Number four is to research and verify names, terms, and other information. So, what skills do you need to become a transcriber? One, as usual, you need to learn the transcribing skill, because you cannot just transcribing just like that. You need to learn. There are these things like you need to understand what is the difference between clean verbatim and full verbatim, just the basics of transcription. Next, you need to have an active listening ear, because if you don't hear well, you cannot be able to transcribe correctly. You need to have excellent typing speed. Thank God this there are so many tools you can use to transcribe audios. You can use Rev AI, Otter AI, and so many other tools, but still you need to have excellent typing speed. Next, you need accuracy. Accuracy it's like the top skill you need in transcription, because if you don't write accurate information, you are going to be fired. You need good English knowledge. You need to understand how to format, where you're supposed to put commas, and so many other things. Just basic, not just very basic, but good English knowledge. You need to be able to adapt to different accents. Remember, you'll be transcribing audio. Some of the people in the audio are speaking in American English, British English, Australian. You can also even get like African English accent, the accent from India and so many other countries. So you need to understand different accents. You need to be attentive to details, even the small details like commas, full stops, etc. Generally, that's what you need to become a transcriber. So let's talk about how much you can make as a transcriber. Most transcription, all transcription companies pay in audio minute. This means you do not get paid each minute you work, but per minute of audio you transcribe. I hope you get the difference. So if a company pays $0.5 per audio minute, it means you'll be paid $0.5 to transcribe the audio, whether it will take you 20 or 40 minutes. As a beginner, it can take you about an hour to transcribe about 10-minute audio, depending on your listening ability and accuracy. However, this will improve as you get used to transcribing. You will get better. So if you are working for a company like Focus Forward that pays zero point 0.4 per audio minute, that means you can make about $4 per hour. The average pay for most transcription companies is 0.25 to $1 per audio. So you can do the maths. Some of the company transcription companies that you can check out, you can check companies like Three Play Media, Go Transcript, Rabbit, Focus Forward, Scribby, and there are plenty of other transcription companies that you can check out. So to wrap up this video, let me do a chat moderation versus transcription, which is better. First, we must note that these are two different jobs, so it is very hard to compare. However, let me say that you can become a chat moderator if you are comfortable with sexual chats. To me, chat moderation is easier. You can make more money than transcription. Why? Because with chat moderation, as long as you are open to adult dialogue, you can be able to write so many mini messages. You don't need a lot of accuracy and so many other things. You just write messages. As long as you have like a tool like Grammarly, and you know how to use AI tools like ChatGTP, they can help you generate messages. You can be able to write so many messages in a day. Because if you get two chat moderation accounts, my friend, you can make a lot of money. But you must be comfortable chatting sexual chats, because if you're not, then you'll get bored, you'll get disgusted, and you cannot be able to make money with chat moderation. So if you can be able to do that, then I would recommend you go for chat moderation's account. If you're not comfortable having sexual chats and doing all that, then I would suggest you go for transcription. However, you need to be able to listen very well, type very well, be very accurate, and be willing to put in time. Transcription needs you need to put a lot of time. It's not even like writing. Transcription needs a lot of time. Even though there are so many AI tools that can help you, you still need to put a lot of time. So overall, I think chat moderation is easier and pays way better, as long as you are creative and can write quality messages. However, if you cannot endure sexual chats all day, then transcription may be better. But you need to be able you need to be very accurate, you need to have transcription skills, and so on and so forth. So that's it, guys. This is the end of this comparison video. I hope, Alex, you got the information you needed. And generally, to say, both of these jobs are good and they are easier to start, because they're not like writing or other things like data annotation. They're just easy. You don't require so much skills. You just need a laptop for chat moderation, and a laptop, and good headphones for chat moderation, and you are good to start. So if you found value in this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you have any topic you want me to address, please comment down below. And thank you for watching. Bye bye. Until next time.